Humans, this is an adoption campaign, but it's not for me, or Mr. Buttons, or Frank over there. It's for you, humans. This is a call to humans to adopt our movement, to adopt our cause.
This isn't just about saving one of us.
It's about saving all of us.
Thousands of lives, every single day.
It's about support for every one of us four, and sometimes not four-legged best friends, waiting to meet a best friend of our own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge.
Shelter by shelter, city by city.
We can save thousands of pets each day. Join us. Together we can save them all.
Thank you for joining us for Pet Connect. I'm Tara Douglas. Make sure to join us this weekend for dog walking at the shelter. We are going to be there from 11 to 1, as always, and we need volunteers. We've got some wonderful people that come every week, and we love to see new faces. So you will have plenty of dogs to walk. You can come and pet puppies. Unfortunately, the shelter's got a lot of puppies right now, too, but you can come and just socialize with the puppies. We've got all kinds of dogs, and we also have cats at the shelter. Don't forget that we have plenty of cats to come visit, and if you're looking for a cat, then look there or at PetSense. We have all of our cats from foster, and we usually have one cage for the cats from the shelter there at PetSense. But you can meet Nala. This is a cat that's available right now at the shelter. She is a very sweet cat, and she would love to have somebody that is home a good bit of the time, and she would probably need to be an only kitty, and she's not very playful. She's more of just a calm cat that wants to sit in your lap. So this is Nala, and she's got very interesting markings that make her face look interesting. But she is a super sweet kitty, and she needs a home. So come out and meet Nala, and you can meet all the cats that are there in our cat room at the shelter. And make sure also, like I said, to stop by PetSense. We very much appreciate PetSense. We had a successful spay and neuter voucher event on Saturday. So thank you to everyone who came out to get those vouchers. It's so important that we get our dogs and cats fixed here in Sylacauga. And so everyone that came out, we appreciate it. And we definitely appreciate PetSense for allowing us to have our voucher events there every time we have the lower cost voucher event. So we'll have that again sometime in a few months because we have support from the county, we have support from the city, so we're able to have these voucher events more often. But the vouchers are always available at Mutt Cuts. So make sure that if you need vouchers, that you can stop by Mutt Cuts at 210 Calhoun Avenue any day to get those vouchers. It won't be the $30 that we can do every quarter for the very low cost, but it's still those low cost vouchers that they have for Alabama Spay and Neuter. Now, let's get to my special guest. I have Nicole Shaw here. She is the owner of Therapeutic Combinations, where she is a licensed medical massage therapist there. But Nicole is a dog lover, or just an animal lover in general, except for we just talked about she doesn't like spiders, so we just discussed that. So sorry, spiders. Nicole will not save you.
No.
But the last time I was there with Nicole getting a massage, she told me a story, and I was like, Nicole, I had you on here a couple of years ago,
Yes.
and I was like, you got to come back on Pet Connect, because she had such an amazing story that from an animal rescue world, we very much appreciate what you did. So let's talk about what happened at your house with the puppies.
Okay. So as you know, I have two dogs of my own, very routine. They don't come out of routine often. It was pretty much in the middle of the night. My first love, which is Lady, she's 6 years old. She came from under the bed, which is their little home. She came from under the bed and she kind of did a little stump at me. And what's wrong? Lassie. I said, well, what's wrong, girl? And she just kept stumping. And, so I said, okay, well, maybe she has to use the restroom. So I let her out. And sure enough, she went behind our garbage can, and there were two puppies dumped on our property.
And these were inside your fenced-in yard?
They were inside the fenced-in yard, yes. And I always look at it as, it was very inconveniencing because, I'm an animal lover, so I had to make sure that these puppies were going to get great care or, a good place to stay. But I looked at it as someone found it feasible to dump them to me because they know how I take care of my animals. They could have dumped them anywhere. So I was very thankful for that. I called around, the local shelter, and as we know, it gets very full. And I know it's very overwhelming in these shelters because of the epidemic we have with stray dogs. So as I put it on Facebook, and again, I'm from Buffalo, New York, so I have a lot of friends and resources up there. I have a friend who actually is part of the rescue crew out of Western New York.
Okay.
And she said, well, if you don't find somewhere for them to go in the next couple of days, let me know. I will drive and meet you halfway. We will get these puppies and make sure that they are fostered and get them into a forever home. Well, that's exactly what happened. And we met in Louisville, Kentucky, transferred the puppies, and she has actually kept me updated. I wish I could have received the pictures. I didn't get any pictures from her yet. But they are in forever homes now. So that is like one of the best stories for the situation.
And it's such an amazing thing because from a rescue standpoint,
Yes.
we've got the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill here in town, and also the shelter has worked with rescue. So the two organizations are both working with rescues constantly to try to get dogs out of this area.
Yes.
But you have something like what Nicole just shared where you've got an issue, and we can't always help from a shelter standpoint, from a feral dog standpoint.
Right.
Because, in feral dogs, we're foster based. The shelter's always full, which
Yes.
you discovered.
Yes.
And, it's hard to find homes for dogs locally
Absolutely.
because we've got too many roaming around.
Yes.
And so you stepped up and
Yes.
figured out, and not everybody has the resources that you have.
Right.
But, we just really appreciate it from a rescue standpoint when someone tells us that they did something.
Yes.
People are always, there's a meme where people say, somebody needs to do something about
Right.
about this stray dog or whatever. And then you realize that you're somebody.
You're the somebody.
And that's what you did.
Yes.
You were somebody, and you
Absolutely.
did something that was really, it's profound in the animal rescue world because we just appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And so you drove those dogs to Kentucky.
7.5 hours.
So
7.5
that's-
hours.
that's
Yes, and
amazing.
she was 8.5 hours.
And so,
Yes.
and
So the dedication, is there.
and again, we appreciate it.
Yes.
You've tried to figure something out.
Absolutely.
And it's that's just I know I had a bunch of words come out of my mouth a second ago, but I really have no words because
Right.
we see the other side so much because people will contact us and tell us they need help, and we truly try to help
Yes.
everybody that contacts us. But people do get upset, and
They do.
And and a lot of times people will take dogs to the shelter and if the shelter can't take them, then they do dump them. And like you said, you're glad that they saw you as someone who could do
Right.
something about it.
Yes.
But it's so much better than just taking them to the woods or dumping them
That we
outside
see
the
so
shelter.
very often.
So tell me more about you. You also mentioned that you've got what you've seen with neighbors and the dogs in Sylacauga.
Oh, wow. Just from the different aspects of things, from social media to just next door neighbors, and then experiencing things myself. I have, of course, my 2 fur babies, and we can't even walk them any longer because the amount of strays that we come encounter with, it's just become a huge epidemic. It's very scary for our fur babies, let alone the general community. And it's the procreation of these animals that are happening at just a profound amount. It's very saddening because it's not being a good service for them.
Yeah.
They are, suffering out here, having babies, leaving puppies, they're malnourished, they're not taken care of, and then they are, aggressive in the community because of those same reasons.
Yeah. So it's something that if you can get a voucher,
Yes.
those vouchers every quarter we'll have them for $30,
Yes.
and that's for any dog or cat, male or female. If you see something, then try to do something.
Yes.
If you let the Feral Dogs organization know, let the shelter know, and you got to kind of try to grab every dog or cat you see and
Yeah,
get them fixed.
absolutely.
And I realize not everybody can do that,
Right.
but we've got to let each other know that we need help.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
you know, there's help out there, and it
Yes.
never hurts to try to find somebody that can help with a situation like that.
Absolutely. And just
so-
for the community, on these social media platforms like Pets Lost in Sylacauga and Talladega and things of that nature, you have a lot of people who are willing to help. You know, you just got to ask. Just as far as securing your fence to make sure that your fur baby is not contributing to all this procreation and things of that nature. It's just a matter of, hey, what do you think I can do? You know, and you have so many people that are willing to give their advice because we want to, as a community, bring this population down of all these stray animals.
Absolutely, we have to.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, that's where if you can get those vouchers
Yes.
and get your dogs fixed.
Yes.
I mean, it's so easy to do that.
It really is. They have made it just abundantly clear that this is, you know, we are here to help, not make money. You know, it's really a donation at this point. They will, you know, pick up, drop off, and the vouchers are as little as $25 to $35. You can't beat that. Again, coming from a pet mom who got her baby spayed, not on a voucher. It's
Yeah.
very expensive.
It is.
Very. And you're literally, the full cost is paid for in that $35.
And Alabama Spay and Neuter is they're wonderful at
Yes.
fixing. That's what they do all day long.
Right.
So so you're taking your animals to a good facility.
Yes, absolutely.
Now you keep talking about your fur babies.
Yes.
They're both rescues.
Yes,
right?
they are.
And so here's a picture of them.
Yes.
You sent me several pictures, and they were sitting
I
just
did.
like that in every picture.
Right. Yes. And ladies, she's the black dog, and
Okay.
she is Beagle, Bloodhound, Chow Chow mix. And Scarlet is Red Bone Coonhound and Golden Retriever.
They are beautiful dogs.
Thank you.
And you can tell that they pretty much run the household.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
And they're very spoiled. And my mother could tell you best. She's like, there's a whole agenda. Like if my family goes out of town, and she's like reading it step by step. Like I can't miss a step because they will let her know.
I bet they will.
They will.
And they do not like it when they get away from their normal routine, do they?
Not at all. They're 4 years old and 6 years old, so they're pretty much set in their ways.
They're beautiful.
And I've had
dogs.
them since they both were. I got Lady when she was 5 weeks old, Scarlet when she was 6 weeks. So
Okay.
from the very beginning.
They are such sweet pups.
Thank you.
Now, before we go, we got a few minutes here. Let's talk about your business
Yes.
because you have a wonderful massage business that's
Yes.
here downtown.
Yes.
And so let's talk about the different services that you provide. And
Okay. So I have Therapeutic Combinations, which is a licensed massage, medical massage therapy. I have my MPI, which I am a national provider for this area and pretty much any area at this point. I am able to accept any participating insurance companies, and I am able to do claim forms for, you know, no fault, and just to be reimbursed from your participating insurance company. I accept HSA, Flex accounts,
Okay.
because I am a medical provider.
Okay.
So I specialize in orthopedic, neuromuscular, TMJ. You can get referrals from anyone who can write a referral, and I am here to help.
Yeah, and you do such a beautiful job.
Thank you
we're
so
very
much.
fortunate to have Nicole in this area. I
Thank
mean,
you.
you do a great job. Had a lot of patients that see her, and all I hear is how much everybody loves you.
Oh, thank
And you
you.
got those beautiful rooms now. You do have
Yes,
2 rooms?
I do.
Last time I saw you only had
yes,
one, so
right.
you've grown.
I have.
And I just saw you a few
yes.
weeks ago.
Yes, I have evolved. So my second treatment room, that is my infrared hydrotherapy.
Okay.
So in there I do anything that has to do with hydro products and things of that nature. So full body scrubs, your weight loss wraps. I am just now, which is coming soon, within maybe the next 2 weeks, I'm doing the head spa.
Okay.
So what that is, it's the hydro steaming and head spa treatment for the scalp.
Okay.
As I'm treating your scalp, and by default, I have the infrared therapy light, which helps with the follicles,
Okay.
which is not my jurisdiction, but again, by default, because I've used that, that helps with hair growth and
Okay.
treatment
Okay.
with alopecia, any type of hair issues.
Okay, so you've got a lot of things including
Oh,
your
yes.
your massage and your
Absolutely.
muscle type work.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well,
Thank you.
We certainly appreciate you coming on the show today
Thank you so much
and
for
sharing
having
your
me.
story, and we appreciate you stepping up
Yes.
and being that somebody who's
Thank
doing
you.
something about about
Yes.
the situation we have here in our
Yes.
our town.
Yes.
But thank you so much for joining us, and please come out this weekend to the shelter. Please come out to meet Nala, our cat that's available at the shelter, and there are many cats there, everything from kittens to adult cats. Nala is the adult cat, and come on out and help us find some homes for these dogs. And please watch the shelter Facebook page too. We have a lot of needs there with everything from bleach to dry puppy food to adult wet food. So there's so many supplies that if you keep a close watch, then you can help us get supplies for the shelter as well. And we'll have more Daybreak after these messages. Thanks again for joining us.